And that's where that, like, victim mindset comes into play.
Yes.
And if you think about it, when someone's playing the victim, it can come off pretty arrogant.
Yeah.
It's like, you really think that you had
totally
zero part in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Where, like, maybe it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
But Pisces never sees it that way.
Never. Because they're just so good at playing the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And you're so right. I feel like Pisces really do be reckless out here in these streets when they are feeling overwhelmed, or they're just not feeling you and the energy that is being put around them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the way that they self-sabotage, the way that they also will get angry. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like Pisces also has, like, a anger bone that is strong within them. It just doesn't come out very often.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy that our mind tells us, I know how to do this when it comes to just anything. You know what I mean? Whether it's like the way you drink tea or deeper, like your relationships, how you communicate. Like, you could be going through your whole life doing it a certain way, and you could be stubborn, like, yeah, this is the way I do shit, and it's perfect.
Yeah. And
then one day you're just like, what if I do it like this? And it's like, oh my God, I should have been doing it like this the whole time.
Yeah.
And then you wonder if everyone's always been doing it like that, and you were just the odd one out. But everyone does things differently.
No,
it's
totally.
Just crazy to think that at a certain moment you could be like, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, it's true. It's like you hop into a new timeline.
Okay, we have a Zodiac list. Don't worry.
Yes,
that's what this video is. But speaking of that, this is just the intro, so I need to say this because it relates to exactly what you said, which is timeline hopping. Timeline hopping and bopping.
Oh, okay. Hopping and bopping. Our slogan for the week.
No, literally. Hopping and bopping. And it's the perfect Gemini season.
It really is.
You know, hopping, bopping. It could be so many things.
Yeah.
G, PG, PG, 13, R-rated.
I'm hopping.
However you want to hop and bop.
Yeah. Hopping to the mall. Hopping in the car with my friends.
Hopping on some...
Whatever you want.
Yeah. So, dimension hopping or timeline hopping. I read, aka I saw on TikTok, someone commented about this like video I was watching, and they said that they once saw a TikTok where the person said that your gut instinct is just the future you warning you that something bad is going to happen. Because future you experienced it, and she's warning you to change and go in a different way.
Oh, shit.
And I thought that was so fascinating and so interesting. The person who said this username is Guinea Bundle. I'll post it here.
That's funny.
We always give credit.
Yes.
And I thought that was so interesting because I do believe we've talked about it on the podcast before. I remember I was telling you about it where, like, you know, there's multiple versions of you and everyone's living in a different timeline, you know? And it would totally make sense for that to also be deja vu too. Like, I think the first time we talked about it, I was talking about deja vu. But I thought this one kind of relates to that in the sense that, like, yeah, there's multiple versions of you experiencing this universe.
Yes.
And time is infinite. The timeline of shit is infinite. Like, who's to say that the present is the most important? Like, it's very, like, the human experience to be like, I'm the main Sarah, but it's like there's multiple Sarahs everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In different timelines, and we're all working together to make sure I'm safe.
Right.
Which is like kind of what they were saying in the sense that, like, future you already went through something that was dangerous.
Yeah.
And is like, oh, we need to live longer. I'm going to go tell past Sarah right now to not do that.
Right. I love that. I love to think that other yous are out there looking out for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In other timelines, like, they hear.
Right.
And they're more advanced, so they're able to, like.
Right.
Wiggle it through somehow. You know what I mean? Or maybe my mind is just so open at the time.
Well, also, do you know how many stories there are about people that, like, they have a dream or something, or they like, almost died. And, like, they have this experience of, like, oh my God, but it didn't happen. Like, it almost felt like a dream. Like, there's, like, so many cases like that if you just go on TikTok or YouTube or whatever. and they just have this memory of something really bad happening, but like it didn't happen. They're still alive. And I can't help but think that that's like a lot of like near-death experiences for people that their time is not meant to be over yet. So that's when future you or whatever has the opportunity to come back and change course.
Yeah.
Whereas like maybe when it's your time to die, like future you is like, sorry, you can't come back because like this is our time.
Right.
But every other time they can step in.
Also too, I feel like if it's in some ways like your gut instinct, like we don't always go with our gut. So like if you keep playing with fate, of course maybe at some point like your fate, like you're gonna, you know what I mean? Because you haven't been listening to the people who've been trying to guide you.
Yeah.
To like your best life. I mean, we all die at some point, you know what I mean? But still, like, maybe for some it will happen faster because they're not listening to their gut instinct.
Well, like what do you have to be doing to listen to your gut instinct is to be aligned with yourself, you know what I mean? And your own inner voice.
Yeah.
And tuning out other people. And like that's when you're making the worst decisions and you're probably living a really sad, dangerous, whatever life. Yeah. Is when you're not connected to yourself at all and you're just living to people please and you're living for the approval of others. Oh gosh, and that's putting you in dangerous situations. You're not healthy anymore. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. It's literally...
You're not listening to your gut.
So
you're not aligned with yourself.
Yeah. It literally makes, especially women, sick.
Yeah.
Like, we literally
get sick from it.
Get diseases
science
and die because of it. Yes.
A lot of autoimmune diseases that women have to do with the fact that a lot of women are people pleasing. And their stress levels are so high because all they're doing is trying to maintain peace and make everyone else happy. Right. Because society has embedded that in our mind. Right. That we're the caretakers. And you put yourself last, which ultimately, a lot of diseases, stress makes it worse.
Oh my God,
if that's not the cause of it to begin with.
Stress should be the number one killer.
Stress is the number one killer, doctors say.
If they don't, okay, I didn't know that. But I believe it because, I mean, like you said, it amplifies and just, I feel like makes everything go faster. And especially in America. Yeah. We have such high stress.
Oh, yeah. It lowers your immune system. It weakens your immune system. And also, like, in America, as we already know, the quality of our food here is not very good. A lot of things are processed. There's fucking red dye 40 and everything. Like, all that, like, gross shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, internally, you're not taking care of yourself. You're stressed because of how much you have to work. It just creates a disaster. Yeah. But you know what? You're here for some fun, so let's get into that.
Woo! Astrology fun. But also, it's the signs in a bad mood, so
yeah. Yeah, actually.
I'm excited because I like some of this list, but I also want to change some of this list.
I feel like that's the best. I feel like that's when people really fuck with it. Yeah. True. It would be kind of repetitive and annoying if every time we found a list online, we're like, yep, perfect.
I love everything.
And this is why
about it.
Yeah, it's fun. We get to have our own little twist to it.
It's true.
And I also, again, love playing the game of who created this list. What is their reasoning? It's a nice little detective game, really. Yes. Astrology detective.
It is.
Charmed and detective.
It's very fun.
It is. It's like, who is looking the best here? Yes. Who is the suspect? Right. The signs in a bad mood. I'm going to post it here. Yeah. Tell them, Maya. First one.
First group is snappy and isolates themselves. Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, and Virgo.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh my God.
I feel like these signs hate to be judged. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Also, I also feel like they're like a little like embarrassed that they've gotten to this point. Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. Except for like, I would say Aries. Aries is very much like, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Right. Because they'll literally create a fire. Like they'll literally kill and annihilate anyone around them. Yeah. But before they leave, they're going to cuss you out. Yeah. But then they need some alone time. Yeah. Whereas the rest, I feel like definitely Sagittarius, Libra, Virgo, I feel like they truly try to maintain as much calm as they can. Or for Sagittarius, they just want to be happy. Yeah. For Libra and Virgo, they want to remain calm. They think it's embarrassing when someone gets them riled up or when their mood changes.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to leave so no one sees them in this state.
Yes. And they will be rude and kind of annoying to let you know that they don't really want to be here and will probably be leaving soon.
Yeah.
I feel like Aries is the one that I do want to take out of this group.
Yeah.
I think they fit better in some of maybe one of the other.
Yeah. The reason I could see Aries here is because, and again, when we go to the other titles, I'll probably relate it to Aries too. I agree. But where I could see Aries again is because, like, they have such a short fuse.
Totally.
They're not ones to, like, stay there and keep fighting it out, but they definitely are going to fucking say some shit. Mm-hmm. They're going to scream some shit. But then again, they have that lone soldier energy of, like, now I need to go deal with this by myself.
Right.
But they're not the type to just be quiet the whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
No, they are going to let you know that they are unhappy before they storm out of there.
Yeah. And it's going to be a dramatic as fuck storm out. You know, like, they want everyone to know why this is happening. And I can't believe you guys have made me want to leave.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And I feel like snappy isn't enough for me to describe when Aries is in a bad mood.
I think about the movie Inside Out, like, anger.
Yeah.
Like, anger doesn't just snap. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, riled
yes. I feel like, yeah. When Aries is in a mood.
Yeah.
They are ready to fuck shit up. Like, they don't care. Like, everyone is enemy number one. Like, they are out here not giving a fuck about you or nobody.
Yeah.
It's up for themselves.
You know what it is about the other three, too? Mm-hmm. I feel like when Sag, Libra, and Virgo, like, when they're in a bad mood around people or whatever, they're the type to, like, make a comment and then, like, isolate. And then come back and, like, make a comment and then isolate. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, I'm not really
They just can't, like, stay away. But it's like, clearly you need to be alone. Yes. But they can't help themselves, you know?
Yes.
Because, like, again, they try to keep it cute, and then they're like, fuck you, bye.
Right. But then it's like, I also care about what you kind of think of me, so I'm not going to totally fuck this up, but I'm also unhappy.
They're definitely trying to control themselves.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And Sagittarius will burst eventually.
It's also that full positivity. They're trying to be as positive as they possibly can.
Exactly that.
You know?
Yeah. And
when they're like, they've reached a point of like cracking, they're gonna be like, okay, just one more thing I have to say. Right.
It's usually, at least for me, some authoritarian figure or like feeling like I have to do something, you know what I mean, when I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Is like the thing to like instantly put me in the worst mood. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm sick of your shit. Oh, yeah. And I'm about to go off on you.
No, literally. They're trying to control themselves.
Yes.
Aries not trying to control themselves.
Right.
Ever.
And I feel like Libra too, they can get overwhelmed sometimes, you know, especially when things aren't like feeling like perfect or like going exactly the way that they want. And I feel like they will get like kind of like snappy passive aggressive with you.
Totally.
I feel like all of these signs, actually now that I think about it too, they are a little passive aggressive, all
for
of them.
sure, except for Aries is just aggressive.
Exactly. Which is why I think maybe they shouldn't be on this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Definitely. For Libra and Virgo, like, they are thinking so many things in their mind, but they only give you, like, little snide remarks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
They could be going in. That's why they isolate. So they'll be like, no, you can't say all that. And then they come back and they're like, well, you know what? Here's what I have to say. And then they leave again because they're like, fuck, was that too much?
Right.
You know?
Yes. And I feel like, too, Virgo will also be snappy with you when they're, like, feeling underappreciated or, like, annoyed that you're not recognizing them, which is funny because, like, Virgo mostly tries to be, like, humble, you know? But if you're also not acknowledging them, they will get really irritated.
Yeah.
And excuse themselves from the situation. They're immutable. They will leave. You know, even though they're Earth and they can very much be like a grounding, like solidifying force.
Well, 'cause it's not safe anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not safe.
Right.
Again, very aware of how they are seen by others. Libra and Virgo especially.
Yes.
And they think it's safer to isolate rather than have those moods be used against them later. You know?
Yes.
Okay. Should we go to the next set?
Yes.
Okay, next set. More bitchy than usual. Throws stuff. I'm actually crying because my big three is in this entire...
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize.
Scorpio, Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's actually insane.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Is it true?
It is accurate.
I think it is.
It is accurate.
I think it's very accurate. All of these are very accurate. Because it's like, okay, you're kind of bitchy all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have an edge to you all the time. All four of these signs.
Facts.
Like, don't really try them. But in a bad mood, it's like, okay, you are on one today. Like, more than usual.
Right.
You know? And, like, is very snarky.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, is just trying to, like, take out their aggression on any person that looks at them longer than 2 seconds.
Right.
That's how these four are. They're just waiting to catch the eye of someone that is, like, annoying.
Yes.
So they could be like, you know what?
For you.
I've been waiting for this.
Right.
I've been waiting to take out my shit on somebody.
Yes.
You know, no one's just been giving me anything back.
Yes. And I feel like all of
these signs... Because they
could
see it from a mile away that I'm in a mood.
100%. And I feel like all these signs know how to cut you to your core.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, normally, again, we know that they have a little tude, right?
A little, yeah.
Okay, yes. But when something is off, it's like, it's very, like you said, it's very known to everyone because your energy is exuding it. And
they're not trying to put a lid on it.
No, yeah, exactly.
They want
if
the
you
world
want it,
to
you
see it.
You gonna get it.
Yeah.
You gonna get it.
Like, actually, like, I can honestly say for Scorpio, starting off, like, I actually want people to know that I'm not having a good day.
Yeah.
Not that I can control it anyway, but, like, I'm leading with that. So, you know, like, do not hold it against me, what comes out of my mouth today. You know I'm on one, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, I already know everyone can already look at a Scorpio and be like, ooh, something, it's a little colder in here.
Right.
They're here, like, ooh, Scorpio's in a mood, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like, you know when they're in a bad mood.
Right.
Like, Scorpio, like, the clouds just came in.
Right.
You know what I mean? All of a sudden you hear some lightning and thunder, crack opens in the ground, hell is seen. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden Scorpio eats and they're not hangry anymore. The sunshine comes out and the water's flowing in the river.
Yes.
You know, but, like, there is a vast difference.
Yes. But obviously, yeah, like, when Scorpio is upset with you, you are going to get their rage and aggression in that moment. And you should...
The wrath.
You should, one, see that they are seething that energy and do your best to just tiptoe around them.
Just
or support them. But even sometimes when you offer support, you could still get it. So just be careful.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just need to
where
explode.
they are. Yeah, it depends, like, what era of their healing journey Scorpio is.
Yes.
Because, like, if they have zero control over if they can't regulate their emotions at all, they will annihilate someone that's literally just trying to be there for them. Yeah. Just because they feel so much power and anger that they just want to release. But I feel like a good Scorpio hopefully will be like, I just need some alone time. Or you could just be next to them. I like it. I like when people are just next to me when I'm angry. Yeah. And also when they just throw ad-libs when I'm venting. Like, all I need is to be like, fuck that fucking cunt. And for someone, I love to be like, yeah, fuck that fucking cunt. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Like, they fucking
like,
suck.
you get it. Like, that feels so good.
100%. And I feel like for all these signs, like, you have to, like, play that with them a little bit in that moment.
Literally. You know? I'm venting. I'm telling you, people got me fucked up.
Yes.
Do not tell me that, you're just having a bad day.
Right.
No, the world is against me. Don't you see?
Right. And especially for Scorpio, it's war.
Yeah, it's war. It's war. It's war.
And for Gemini, it's like a different kind of war. Like, it's a verbal type of war.
Oh my God. Gemini is like, I've been waiting for Evil Twin to come out.
Right.
I've been waiting for Evil Twin to come out.
Oh my God.
Like, actually, like, I've been nice and...
Right.
Their eye starts twitching a little.
Uh-huh.
They're like, I've been waiting to transform into my other me.
Right.
It's been too long. Time to be ultra bitch.
I think
sister to little bitch.
Right. I don't know why I think of both Scorpio and Gemini energy with this. You know, like that little meme of the girl with the can from the Little Rascals, and she squeezes it, and she's like really mad, like. I feel like that's them, like, expressing.
I'm sorry,
like,
that's one of my favorite fucking actual GIFs to use, like, ever.
Yeah.
I feel that way actually, like, 3 times a day. Yeah. Like, literally, just someone hand me a can. I promise you I have the energy to squeeze it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they won't really throw stuff. Like, I feel like Cancer will throw something. Like, beware. Cancer may throw something.
I don't know, actually. I think they will throw something.
I mean, that's
true. I know, I throw things
when I'm angry. I throw.
But, again, I do it when no one's there.
Yeah.
I would never do it in front of people. That's embarrassing. And Gemini has the hands.
That's
like,
true.
they need to release that energy.
That's true.
And actually, not just me. I know Scorpios who will not be named that have thrown shit in fights. Like, thrown shit.
Oh, shit.
Because it's like, what do you think about it when you're... I mean, I hope people don't... also throwing hands.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter. I don't believe in that.
Right. I just fight with my words.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, I think, like, Scorpio, Martian. Aries also Martian. Mm-hmm. Gemini with the hands. They can also be fighters in that sense, too.
Facts.
Gemini got the hands. Mm-hmm. So I could see, like, when you are so angry and you need to move that energy through you, your anger, I think throwing something feels really good.
Yeah. For sure.
So I could see them doing that because they can't control it. Mm-hmm. But you were saying you think Cancer definitely?
Oh.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think Cancer is quite explosive. I feel like I've said this a couple of times on this channel. Yes, they are very sweet and, like, calm sometimes. But when they are in a bad mood, they are very bitchy. And they make everyone... They want everyone to also be upset with them. Mm-hmm. And, like, not even what you just said of, like, yeah, girl. Like, I want you to sometimes be, like, really, like, angry. Not even angry, but, like, if I'm crying, like, I need you to be crying, too.
Oh, for sure.
Or, like... If I'm pissed, everyone just needs to understand that I'm pissed and walk around eggshells.
No, like, for sure. Like, if I'm starting the fire, I need you to be, like, pouring more of that, what's it called? What is it called? Liquid?
The lighter fluid.
Yeah, I need you to be throwing that lighter fluid. Yeah. That's what Cancer wants from their people.
Yes.
Is like, I'm starting the fire, but you need to fucking tell me to go bigger or go home.
Right.
That's how they'll feel validated.
Yeah.
Because they do that for you also.
They do.
Cancer never tells you to calm down.
Right.
They're like, everything you feel is valid. Actually, if it were me, I'd be more angry.
Yes. It's true.
Which can be scary, because I think it's good to calm down Cancer when they're in that state. But also, again, of course Cancer's going to be in this one, because Cancer's ruled by the moon. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days.
Facts.
Moody motherfuckers.
Moody as fuck.
You know? They need to be riding the wave.
Yes. Also, some fun childhood trauma. My dad and my brother are both Cancers, and they would definitely throw stuff when they were angry.
Oh, see? She got the fucking facts.
And I feel like my little Sagittarius ass, like, I would be like, la di di da, like, do what's happening?
You're like, I love the theater.
Right. And then they'd be like, I don't know, just wanting to, like, bring down the whole mood, you know?
And I know that shit.
And I'm like...
Bugged you. You were like, can you do that in private?
Right. Like, we're on a family trip.
Yeah, no, I cannot.
We're in a restaurant.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. But I understand.
You just never know when it's gonna be set off for Cancer.
I mean, also, I think what you said was... No, I think you're right. I mean...
Even not even just my family shit. Like,
yeah,
friend shit.
It's so true. We know Cancers... They don't have an off button when it comes to their feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're very
they feel something, and because they're cardinal, they follow that feeling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They don't feel the need to hide it.
Yeah.
So when they're moody, again, they have no desire to try to make themselves more calm for the sake of other people.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Whereas, like, we've been conditioned to, like, to be polite, like, don't ruin the vibe, blah, 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 blah,
right.
blah. Which, what is that saying? It's saying, don't feel your feelings, keep it cute. You know? There's, like, a good way and a bad way.
For sure.
When you overdo it, and then also when, like, you just don't feel your feelings at all.
Yeah.
And for Cancer, it's the opposite end of, like, I don't care who's around. I don't care where we are. If this is how I'm feeling, everyone's going to know how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And like you said, because they try to control themselves, it has these bursts happen.
Yes.
And it makes sense because Mars, the planet of like, you know, action, aggression, fight, war, when it's in Cancer, it's in detriment. So it doesn't like being there because it's harboring a lot of unsaid feelings, even though it wants to say so much and it wants to do so much. It's just like kind of like right under the surface, waiting to erupt like a volcano. Yeah. But it's kind of being held down, that Martian energy, when it's in Cancer.
Yeah, no.
A lot of passive aggressiveness with Mars in Cancer, you know?
Yes. Oh gosh, I so see it. Yes. Don't love that for you guys. I feel like we didn't talk about Capricorn.
I was going to say, what do you feel about Capricorn? I don't see them throwing stuff.
I don't see them throwing stuff either, but...
Because whatever they have around them is probably very expensive and they don't want to ruin it.
Right. I feel like they let their, like, rage out in either, like, fitness or, like, in the bedroom. Yeah. I think
when they're moody, they're definitely more bitchy than normal.
Yes.
Already Capricorn has that, like, dry sense of humor, like, bitchy energy to begin with. I love that about Capricorns because they're, like, you know, they keep it short and not sweet. True. And I enjoy that because they're very direct, right? Yeah. So I feel like when they're in a bad mood, they do it more effortlessly than normal. They're just really good at belittling you. Yeah. And making you feel like you're a nuisance. Yes. Like, you know, like, yeah. They make you feel like, what's your purpose here? Yeah. And you're like, we're in this room and life. And they're like, get out.
Actually, no, like.
You're fired.
The coldness that they are able to deliver, like, they don't need to throw stuff. You're already trash. Like, just get out. Like you said. Like, you're already out of here. Like, stop breathing.
You have no purpose here. Literally. You bore me.
Right. Right. Like, get out.
No. Seriously.
And I feel like I see Capricorns, like, getting moody when they are, like, sometimes, like, being, like, challenged or, like, there's some type of, like, authoritative, like, figure trying to, like, come in and, like, say that, like, they know best or, like, this is how it needs to be done. Right. And I feel like Capricorn is like, no, I know my way. Yeah. And you can just step aside. Right. You know, and that I feel like really, like, irritates them and start to, like, get under their skin.
For sure.
Because I feel like they take a lot of pride in how they present and the things that they do and the way that they do them, too. Yeah. So for someone to come in and be like, yeah. No, I feel like that's gonna, like, get under their skin and you're gonna see... Because I feel like, too, normally Capricorn, like, yes, while they can be hard on themselves, I feel like they don't try to be super moody with other people. I feel like they normally get kind of, like, one or two tones. You know what I mean? And it's, like, cool.
No, you know? I agree. I think if it's gotten to a point where Capricorn is, Capricorn's in a mood. Yeah. Like, that means that they're not controlling themselves. Because usually they're presenting, like, this type A personality that has it together. Yeah. And isn't ever overly happy or overly sad. They're kind of like, you know, that middle ground always. As Saturn is, like, very, like, disciplined. Very in control. Yeah. So if they're being moody, like, oh, yeah, like, something's really up here. And it's something personal. Yes. You know? Yes. But definitely more bitchy than usual.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah, that makes them more bitchy.
Yeah. I feel like if any, like, they become,
like, bitch.
They kind of, like, give, like, sadists, you know? Like, I want to inflict pain on you.
Well, yeah, they're a little devils.
You know? And I kind of, I like it.
Yes.
Oh, God.
All right. Our last category is, again, when they're in a bad
shortage.
mood.
There's no shortage of adjectives they have here.
Rude, arrogant, and reckless.
Fucking assholes, basically.
Yes. Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, Taurus.
Oh my gosh. I mean, oh my God. Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Pisces doesn't fit in so much. Because I never think of Pisces as arrogant. Yeah. I don't think they ever try to be rude either. No. Reckless, yes.
Yeah. I feel like Pisces belongs in that snappy and isolates.
Yeah.
Category.
Or, like, I feel like they almost need their own category of, like, Ghosts. No, like literally,
just gone.
They're in the Lulu world.
Yeah,
I'm in the mood in another dimension.
I ain't here.
Yeah, catching timeline shifts, not feelings.
Right. Right.
But no, for real. But when I think of Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus, yeah, these 3 signs are rude, arrogant, and reckless when they're in a mood.
Yes.
Aquarius for sure. Aquarius is
God.
ready to tell you about you.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna do it in such a arrogant way.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of, again, they kind of want to take it out on you by using you as an example of like, this is what happens when you're around me, and you piss me off. I'm gonna make you feel stupid. Let's have a debate. Let's have a fucking debate. I don't even care what you want to debate about. Just tell me where you stand on the topic, and I'll go to the opposite end. I don't even need to know.
Yes. Yes.
They're ready, you know?
Oh my God.
They need that energy, that like fighting energy back and forth.
Yes. No, they're so...
When they're in a mood.
We get so rude and like pretentious and like... I do start to in some ways like wordsmith it. I'm like, well, I know better than you.
Yeah.
No, you fucked up right there.
Yeah.
See? See, this is where you fucked up.
Seriously.
And I feel like the reckless for sure too, because like when they're in a mood, like they're ready to like risk it all.
Uranus.
You know what I mean?
It's a surprise for you. It's a surprise for me.
Yes.
I honestly don't care what happens after this second.
No fear of the consequences.
I want there to be shock factor.
Yes.
This fight, I want it to be so big that we may never recover.
Right. I'm not thinking about that.
Let's be reckless.
Right. Can't even think about the consequences.
No,
don't care.
Honestly, they're getting high from the fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Again, they're waiting for someone to, like, it's like fishing. They're waiting for someone to just grab that hook.
Yeah.
Got him. So I'm not having a good day, and you're not about to have one either.
Right.
Let's fight.
Time to ruin your day and make mine a little bit better.
Literally. I'm going to feel good. You know, there's, like, introverts, extroverts. They get high from, like, alone time and, like... you know, socializing time. And then there's Aquarius getting high from arguments and fights.
No, actually.
They truly love a debate. They're horny for it.
It's a little bit like masochists like of us in that way.
Totally.
You know? Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I'll play with you. My Gemini moon is here. I'm like, a little hook. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob where the hooks were down.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Literally.
Do I want to play?
No, seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Both Gemini and Aquarius would be trying to catch those hooks.
Yes.
Sag too. Sag would touch it and scream and run.
Uh-huh.
And then go to another one and do the same. Cancer would be watching behind the Krusty Krab.
Right.
Why would you guys want to leave home? Oh my God, Cancer by the Krusty Krab.
Oh. Well, you know what they say about the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they say it's like kind of like if humans were eating humans.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not a carnivore.
Well.
What do we call it when humans eat humans? What's the word for it? Does it start with the M? Why can't we think right now? It's Gemini season, dude.
Come on.
Cannibals?
Cannibals! Yeah.
Yeah.
Them.
You guys. I can't believe that took that long. If you didn't know, it's a little 420 in here.
Yes. It is.
But yeah, that's what they say, right? It's like the equivalent of them being cannibals because they're eating their own crabs.
Yeah, well, because, Mr. Krabs is killing the crab. He's killing his own kind.
Because I don't see any other crabs there, do you?
Right. No, exactly.
Besides, yeah.
He's killing them all.
He is. There's no crabs there.
Right.
It's kind of dark, a lot of this shit.
And that's why plankton's food is never good.
It's serious. He doesn't know that. He just needs to kill some crabs.
Right.
There's a shortage.
Mm-hmm. That's why Mr. Krabs doesn't even have a crab's daughter.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Who's a whale.
Yeah, like why is she?
Sense.
That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. What's a SpongeBob? Like, is there like a line or something from SpongeBob that you think about often? Because for me, there's two. There's one for me where it's like, "I'm going to kick your butt." SpongeBob.
That one.
I'm coming to kick. And then the other obvious one is
Yes.
which is Doodle Bob. The episode scared me, but I was also so fascinated by it.
Yes.
Yeah, that was giving Pisces energy on at its lowest vibration. Like, let's create a different version.
Oh my gosh, the "I'm going to kick your butt" one was really funny too, though.
It was
where
so
he was like
good.
stalking him.
I'm going to kick your butt.
Oh no, the one where he's like, SpongeBob like wants to see in the box. He's like, "What's in the box?"
Oh my god, he's literally a little crackhead for it.
Yes.
Or the one, obviously, when Squidward eats his first Krabby Patty and he starts eating the whole.
Oh my gosh,
and his butt gets really big. He gets like a BBL.
Yes, that was one of my favorite episodes.
Such a good episode. I love that.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's so real of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get it. I love hamburgers.
Relatable. Kind of like the first time I had In-N-Out. I was like, oh my god, this is so good.
So good. No, seriously. I'm actually crying. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good little spinoff.
Yes.
So rude, arrogant, reckless. Leo. Listen.
Lion.
When you
prideful.
When you don't agree with a Leo, especially if they're moody, they genuinely, again, feel like it's like a pissing contest.
Yeah.
Of like who is in control here, who has the power here.
Right.
Like I'm so moody and I need to go to war with somebody.
Yes. And I feel like this is maybe one of like the stronger transitions, because I feel like Leo is normally like Mr. Nice Guy, Mrs. Nice Girl, you know what I mean? Like very friendly, like very outgoing. And then like, yeah, when they're fucking sick of it and they're actually over you and they're done playing with you, like they are so rude.
Makes me think of Lindsay from Summer House.
Yes.
Yeah. When they don't feel the need to, honestly, be happy around you. When, like, they're moody. When you've been pissing them off.
Yeah.
Or something's happening that's pissing them off.
Yeah.
There is no need for them to be warm and kind and inviting. Like, the sun has shut itself off.
Right.
Suddenly it's cold.
Yes.
People are dying.
Right. And you're an absolute jerk.
And you're right. It's such a drastic change.
Yeah.
Because with Libra's warm energy there, everything feels fun, inviting, exciting, comfortable, cozy. Mm-hmm. You know? Warm, happy.
Yeah.
You know? But when Leo is moody, they kind of are impatient.
Yes, very impatient.
You know?
They show all of their toxic fire sign traits. And it's crazy that they're the only fire sign in here. That's why I think Aries should also be in this list.
Yeah.
I mean, in this one.
I could totally see Aries here. Totally.
Because they are very rude and reckless when they are in a mood.
And arrogant. Yeah. I would say top. Sure. Aries, come on, you know? That's the soldier. That's the Martian.
They think they know it all. They think they know best.
And they usually never hold back. They never hold back to begin with, but if they're moody, Leo and Aries, they feel even more justified to be assholes.
Yes. To give it all,
because usually, I have to be honest, they're actually holding back a little bit sometimes. Yeah. If you, I know you're probably like, huh? How?
Right.
When are they holding back? Trust and believe, they are holding back.
Yes, they are.
And when they're being moody, that's when they feel like, I can give you my full angry self.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
And that's a little scary.
It is. Because, again, they don't give a fuck about the consequences afterwards.
Yeah.
And to me, that is somebody who is really scary to me. You don't have anything to worry about afterwards. Yeah. You're ready to risk it all.
You're right.
To fuck up my life.
Yeah.
That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because, like, how am I going to get you back? You're so crazy and reckless, you don't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's true. Oh, God. Yeah. I feel like with these signs, like, with Aquarius and Leo especially, it's like, they say some wild things in the heat of the moment. Mm-hmm. And
very ego-driven.
They're quick afterwards to be like, I'm sorry I said that. Like, that was stupid. You know what I mean? So I feel like they expect you to forgive them because they would do the same for you. For them, they know what it feels like when you're in the heat of the moment and everyone says shit they don't mean because they do it all the time. Mm-hmm. So that's how they are. I feel like when they're moody. Yeah. They definitely say shit and then they can easily take it back later, but they're not controlling themselves to not say how they feel.
Yeah, no, it's all getting let out.
Mm-hmm. It's like a, what's it called?
When they break.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
again, I feel like they will try and, like, tailor it for as long as they can. But once they get to that breaking point, it's like, gloves are off. Like, I'm going to let you know exactly how I'm feeling and how much I hate you and how I think you're stupid. You know?
Yeah.
And same with Taurus. I feel like they don't get rattled, like, too often, you know?
Again, very mellow, and their emotions are very much contained and regulated.
Yes.
For Taurus especially. Very regulated.
Yeah.
So if they're moody...
You've fucked with their, like, core-ness in some way. Like, their routine.
Their sense of safety.
Their stability, and, yes, safety in some type of way. And now they are ready to fuck you up.
Like, something has made them fall off the wagon.
Yes.
You know? Yes. In some way. And they're feeling a little cuckoo.
And that is a scary moment.
Yeah.
A Taurus off their wagon.
Oh my God.
They need their
Put
routine.
them back on that
right.
wagon.
Get them back on there.
Get them back there right now. I don't care who you need to hire. I don't care how long they need to work. Actually, everyone come together so we can put Taurus back on their wagon.
Get them there.
Before World War III starts.
No, actually.
Because they keep it cute for as long as possible. And when it's finally time to explode, they will share everything they've been harboring for the past 15 plus years.
Oh my God.
They probably have a list on their phone.
Yes. All the rage that they maybe have not even given to other people will come out for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And...
You just so happen to be there. They're too lazy to tell everyone.
Right.
You're here. Let's do this.
Right. Here we go. And, like, boy, do they just, let it all out. Because they don't ever normally get to that point. So when it does, it's crazy. And again,
cathartic.
I feel... Yes, for them. for other
you,
people, it's very scary.
It's a funeral.
Yes. And I feel like similar to maybe Leo, but not, like, as much, it is shocking to be like, holy shit, like, you're really mad right now.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, normally it takes a lot to rock their core.
Yeah.
So when you do, it's like, oh, fuck.
I do think it's interesting.
Shiver me timbers.
That 3 of the 4 fixed signs are here. You know what I mean? And, like, fixed signs very much, like, stand their ground, and it's really hard for them to change their beliefs, their opinions, their feelings. Like, they sit in shit.
Yes.
That's fixed energy. So I do think, like, when you are so routine oriented, or like you just see things as one way, you can be very rude, arrogant, and reckless. Yeah. Because you're just like, I have no intentions of seeing things the other way. Right. This is how it is. I really don't give a fuck what you think. Right. I've already decided that I'm angry and that it's justified.
Right. You're trying to change my opinion.
Yeah. Rude of you to think that was even possible. I thought you were here to apologize.
Right. And fixed energy does think they know best.
When you're so stubborn like that, you literally think your own shit don't stink, and that you are the poster child of intelligence. I say this as a fixed dominant Scorpio girly. Yeah. Like, you can't, like, that energy comes off arrogant, you know? Oh, 100%. You need to humble thyself. Yeah. Thyself sometimes to be like, okay, maybe I don't know everything, and maybe I'm just in a mood. Yeah. Maybe my mood is fucking with me. Totally. And I feel like fixed signs don't think that. They're like, no, this is justified. Yeah. No, that's so true. You know? Yeah, I actually thought like that. They don't let shit go easily either. A lot in college, but I'm better as an Aquarius rising. Yeah. Yeah, but I've gotten better. Growth. Sometimes the Libra keeps it cool. Yeah, see? It's called balance. Yes, balance. You know? Balance. I do think, we need to touch more on Pisces being reckless when they're moody. Yes. Because I feel like when Pisces is shifting moods, they make some dumb decisions. Yes. And because they can so easily, I feel like they can easily forget shit that they do. Yes. Which is why they're so reckless. Yes. When they're moody. Yes. They're like, oh, that wasn't me. Like, you know. Right. I was just having an off day. Yeah. It's like, you can't just, I know what you did yesterday. That wasn't just an off day. Like, right. You went off the fucking handles. Mm-hmm. You were acting batshit crazy. Right. But they just do that thing and they're like, no, we're just having a bad day. Right.
And I could see them trying to push that off as, like, someone seeing that as, like, arrogance. Like, okay, you have no idea what's going on right now.
Well, because, like, they're not going to bring it up if you don't bring it up.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. You know?
And any sane person would be like, yo, like, that was crazy yesterday. Were you okay? And Pisces is like, yeah, I was just having a bad day. Like,
you're like, you raged, bro.
No, like, literally, you went crazy.
Yeah.
We're just not going to talk about it. And that's where that, like, victim mindset comes into play.
Yes.
And if you think about it, when someone's playing the victim, it can come off pretty arrogant.
Yeah.
It's like, you really think that you had
totally
zero part in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Where, like, maybe it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
But Pisces never sees it that way.
Never. Because they're just so good at playing the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And you're so right. I feel like Pisces really do be reckless out here in these streets when they are feeling overwhelmed or they're just not feeling you and the energy that is being put around them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the way that they self-sabotage, the way that they also will get angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like Pisces also has, like, a anger bone that is strong within them. It just doesn't come out very often.
Yeah.
But I feel like when that's there, like, is when they're ready to fuck it up.
Well, they've just been probably distracting themselves for so long. But when they sit on one feeling long enough to really understand how they feel, that's when they have these bursts of anger. Because they're like, okay, I was running away from that feeling, but now that I'm sitting here and I fucking have to think about it, I'm so fucking angry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And that shift is scary.
Definitely. Because you don't always know when it's gonna happen.
And for them, I feel like it lasts a while. Like, they have, like, eras of, like, they're in their angry stage right now.
Yeah.
And usually I hope they're creating something at that time.
For sure.
Like, create some sort of art, do something, journal. Because you're in that state where you're just, like, feeling so many things. Pisces, and you're feeling the energy of the world, and it's all just a lot, and, you know, you need to release it.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. No, I feel like for anyone, for all these signs, like, when you're in a bad mood, I hope that you are able to, like, create something or do...
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, put that energy elsewhere besides just letting it, like, sit and, like, build within you.
Like, that's the whole concept of, like, being in a flow state. You know? You're creating something, but through that creation, you're releasing the feeling that you've been harboring in your body. So, like, you're creating a piece of art, and it reminds you of something bad that happened to you, and that feeling makes you feel angry, but by you creating that piece of art, you're releasing that anger slowly into that thing that you're creating. And that's ultimately clearing out your chakra, whichever chakra it's related to, you're clearing that energy out that you've been holding on to, which ultimately makes you live a more happy and grounded life. Because you're releasing shit that shouldn't be there anymore. And when bad things happen to you, you know, we hold on to that energy. And you think when you heal, like, I'm healed. But it's like, you know, your body still remembers what happened to you. And you're still holding on to that, which is blocking your chakras.
Yes. And then it doesn't let the energy flow. And you can't get the things that you
right.
want. And, like, go to the places that you want. I feel like
you're carrying that with you.
Exactly.
When you could be living a more baggage-free life.
Yes.
You could be
freer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exploring the world, feeling more free and light.
And understanding sometimes of maybe even of the mood, which makes you feel lighter in turn.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
And I always think, like, the more, I don't want to say baggage, like relationship baggage. When I say baggage in this instance, I mean, like, your chakras being blocked or you harboring anger or whatever. Like, when you're doing that, I feel like it's harder for the universe to put you at the right places and put you on your right path and, you know, align you with your purpose because you're kind of heavier to move around.
Yeah. Not
like heavy, like earth plane heavy, like heavier energetically because you're still holding on to things that the place you're going to has no room for it. You know? So it's harder for the universe to align you with your path because you're just not doing what you need to do on this earth, which is release what no longer serves you.
Yes. Shake it off.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Shake it out.
And just saying I let it go or I'm over it isn't enough.
Yeah.
You have to, like, channel it into something else.
You have to, and it could be literally you journaling.
Yes.
If you think journaling is cringe, create art. I don't know, dance, whatever.
Right.
Do something with it.
Move your body, shake it out.
And, like, you're like, what do you mean? Like, do I have to be, just, like, when you're doing that thing, think about that experience. Mm-hmm. When you're creating that thing, think about it. As you're doing it, you're probably releasing it.
Mm-hmm. I actually saw something recently that on TikTok that was, like, for some people, like, they have a hard time getting started at the gym because, and I'm going to butcher this a little bit. Hopefully I can find the video to send to you. But essentially, like, there gets to a point for some people when they're working out and it almost feels like a trauma is, like, happening to them again. Mm-hmm. But it's, like, obviously really good for you to, like, work through that stagnation and energy that is in your body. Like,
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before, too.
Yeah. And it's, like, I feel like exactly just reminds me of what we're talking about of, like, it may hurt in the beginning, but, like, you have to release that energy just like any type of emotion, you know, like when you don't talk about something for a long time, like you're going to cry and it's going to hurt the first time you talk about it. Yeah. But, like, the more you talk about it and the more you release those things, the easier it becomes. Because
it's been waiting to be released. Right. But you're not fully letting it go.
And same with the body. I feel like our body's just, like, forced to, like, sit and, like, feel your feelings in, like, a small space, right? And moving it is really good to, like, again, break that shit up.
That's why they say, like, just going on a little walk, even if it's around the block. Yeah. It helps you just feel more at ease, and it helps you be able to think more clearly. Yeah. You know? Yeah. When you move your body.
Yeah,
Move your body.
Move your body. Move your body. I saw this fun fact that
Brain
was like, if you walk for 10 minutes, it improves your mood for 2 hours.
I love that.
That's, like, really short time to, like, improve your mood for a long time.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, so, seriously. Like, that sounds like, that's good math
that's
right there.
That's, like, a good math.
Do
right?
it. Do it.
Do it.
Seriously. All right, you guys. Thank you for kicking it with your girls while we talked about this list. Did you guys enjoy it? How are you when you're moody? And what's your sign?
Let us know.
And do you think it relates more to your moon sign or your Mars sign? Comment down below. I would be interested to know.
That's a good question.
And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, anywhere, audio version, come to the YouTube video so you can comment your response because I still want to know. Yeah. And while you're there, also subscribe. If you're watching, subscribe, comment. Do that. Leave us a review if you're listening. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.